Today's topic is a little affirmation that I either think or say aloud to myself every morning. And that affirmation is, today I will be a contribution to humanity. That's it. I walk out and that becomes my practice throughout the day. And so the moment that my ego pops up and it wants to judge a situation, nope, that's not what we committed to today. I mean, that may happen tomorrow, but not today. Today, our commitment is to be a contribution to others. That's our commitment. Somebody does something, somebody says something, something in the world happens that is not to my liking, or something that makes me want to be more inclined to be fearful or to be angry. I say, nope, not today. Today, I will be a contribution to humanity. And I think about that all the time when I'm around someone. I'm just like, how do I serve? How do I make this little space that we are sharing together better than it was before I got here? How do I do that with being kind? Not by being right, not by trying to showcase my talents, but being understanding, of being compassionate, of extending friendship and helping create community. That's how I do that every single time. I'm not looking for what's wrong or what needs to be improved, but just showing up in the space. And in doing so, being open, being a friend. And it seems like a simple thing, but in that commitment to be a contribution to humanity today, I am going to come up against some things that are going to help me expand my capacity to do just that. Something will happen. Something will go, quote unquote, wrong. A flat tire, me being delayed or being seemingly inconvenienced, or whatever the case may be, not being valued, being misjudged, whatever the case, something will happen, which become part of my practice. But if I can think, why am I here? I'm here today to be a contribution to humanity, period. We're understaffed. I feel like I'm being overworked. I feel like we are under-resourced. I feel like I am taking on and shouldering more of the burden than other people are, or I feel like life is plain old unfair. Whatever the case, I'm not going to get involved in that situation and to that narrative. My goal is given what I have right now, with what the situation is right now, how can I be a contribution? And I'm fortunate because with that mindset, I've had the most amazing last few years. It's just been like gift after gift after gift. I mean, joyful moment after joyful moment. And even when things have been challenging and not exactly to my liking, it's only not to my liking because the situation did not meet my expectations. So the problem wasn't with how things turned out. The problem was my expectations. So when I can come in with little to no expectations, then I don't mind what happens. And with that, it creates a space. It doesn't mean I don't care. I do care by understanding that there are things that are outside of my control. And I am clear that what I get to control is so limited. It's really only the space between these two ears. That's about all I get to control. And once I learn that, and I remember that, I'm able to come into the place and not be distracted by those kind of narratives of what people do or how life shows up. And I can stay focused on, how can I be a contribution today? I will be a contribution today. No matter what it is, I'm going to be grateful. You need help? I'm asking, how can I help? Before I leave the space, I'm asking, is there anything else I can do to help before I leave? Like, I'm asking those kinds of questions. I had the great privilege of yesterday of spending some time with some lovely people. And in that time, it was a big feast for the holidays, and the matriarch of the family had done an amazing job preparing like these family dishes that have been passed down from generations. And how can I contribute here? And I can contribute with kindness. And so that's what I did. Before the evening ended, I created fellowship with everybody throughout, and they did the same with me. And in addition to that, I made sure that, the kitchen was clean before we left. It took about an hour, hour and a half, and I was happy to do it, just extremely happy. Now, rewind like 3 years ago, I didn't show up that way, and I had a practice back then, but I was still growing in my practice. And so I was getting pushed at my edges. And instead of saying, hey, listen, this part of me that is pushed to the edge, that part has got to go. I love this edge. Like, I don't mind what happens, but that part of me that wants to close my heart right now, that has to go. So I keep an open heart. And I learned from that situation. So in a similar situation yesterday, I had the exact opposite reaction, the exact opposite response. I did not look at my watch and see when we get out of here. There's so much more I got to do. I didn't do any of that. I was just there, fellowshipping, trying to be a contribution. That's what I'm thinking. Like, how can I contribute to humanity? And I left the house yesterday with that mantra: I will be a contribution today. And I say that every single day when I walk in the Mayo Clinic or I walk into ToBeRe, no matter who shows up or who doesn't show up, no matter what's on the slate, it does not matter. How can I be a contribution? And, there's been quite a few studies in which they talk about what brings you the most joy for people. Is it receiving gifts, receiving kindness, or sharing gifts, giving gifts, extending kindness? And overwhelmingly, the data and the research has shown that it's when you give that you feel more joy. And so that's certainly been true of in my life. When I focus on things that are external to me in the space of giving, not getting, but in the space of giving, man, there's no other feeling like it. It is truly, truly amazing. And I would have lost that, especially over these last 2 years. And in a country like the one that we have right now, which is an amazing country with incredible potential, what if we all came into every space with, how can I contribute? Or I will contribute today. I will be kind. I will be inclusive. I will be open. I will treat everybody as a friend. What if we all did that? Well, I hope we will, but I can only worry about me. I can only focus on what I can do. And so I hope you will join me in choosing to be a contribution to humanity.